Peace, family. I want to talk to you about being healthy because, as many of us as it is that's dying from a real war that's been going on and that's actually being very well documented right now for our attention and for the attention of the world to know what's going on here. We should also be aware that there are many of us who are losing our lives daily to things that we can prevent. You know, like health conditions like diabetes, cancer, heart disease. These are preventable illnesses. There was a point where, as indigenous people, when we lived in a land like this, we ain't really had them kind of issues. You know, the first documented cases of cancer in the historical record are in ancient Egypt, right, where we were developing treatments. Our ancestors were developing treatments using things like, they called it the fire drill. There's something called the Edwin Smith papyrus. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm a hood dude. I study though. I study well. But yeah, when somebody don't pronounce a word right, it tell you that they learned it from reading. You know what I mean? So you should salute that. Cause you know what I mean? I taught myself English when I was 5. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I needed to learn how to speak like everybody else. So if I say a word wrong, no trip. But the Edwin Smith you know what I mean? The paper, right? Look that up. And they were talking about using the fire drill. They had treatments for cancer to remove tumors. But a lot of this coincided with the rise of meat eating in the wealthy people that were developing, because Egypt was developing a wealthy class due to the new state structure. You know what I mean? And they implemented the state structure because there were so many people. They had to solve the problem of urbanization. It was a long story. But, one second. I missed that call. So, yeah, but people started getting sick. So this case of diabetes and cancer going back to people just eating a gang of meat. You know what I mean? Our ancestors typically weed like a lentil, a legume, a bean, or something like that, and a grain of some sort. You know what I mean? That's how we get a complete protein out of our diet. And then we eat a gang of vegetables, and we might have fruits as like a dessert or something like that. This is the type of stuff I talk about in Hood Health. Those y'all that read probably feeling like y'all getting a repeat of that. But yeah, and then we have meat from time to time, and it'll be a big deal when we do have it, and that's cool, because some people didn't even have meat. There's a gang societies where they just went without meat, and people live healthy and long lives like that. So nowadays, though, we got a diet that's high in saturated fats, high in cholesterol, high in processed foods, high in things that ain't made it in nature, and it's causing problems within our bodies. Our bodies ain't designed to process that. You know what I mean? None of us, black and brown people, nowhere, yellow people, nobody. Fucking white people make food that work for them, and even the shit don't even work for them. They've been eating grain for thousands of years. Now their body can't even accept grain no more. Celiac disease. You know what I mean? Peanut butter. You know what I mean? George Washington Carver getting his revenge. You know what I mean? But now we sick too. We ain't used to have all these problems. Melanoma is now present in our communities. Melanoma means skin cancer. This means that it's because we living wrong. You know what I mean? We living wrong. We putting the wrong things in our bodies. And you know, the body is a temple. You know what I mean? This is a temple right here too, man. That's why the Bible say you ain't got to build a church out of stones. You're not supposed to. You know what I mean? You're supposed to look at the temple in man, the temple in nature. If you can't see that, then you're going to always be looking for salvation from outside, and they ain't never going to come. Have you living hopeless? That's not a way to live. So when you know that you the source of your vitality, and that you're supposed to honor this temple, that you're supposed to bring out the best potential of this, I'm talking about honor, righteousness, all the things that you would exemplify, you would expect exemplified in the divine, you're supposed to bring that out in you. You're supposed to become that. You know what I mean? That's what Christ taught. That's what all realized masters taught. Everybody that's realized themselves and self-actualized and became a teacher among the people, they gave it to them that way. They said, yo, you become a healer now. And a lot of times people just got concentrated on the one that healed them. Oh no, he healed me, he's the healer. But no, eventually you got to become a healer. You got to become efficient. You got to become the one doing the righteous work. You got to become a Messiah. You know what I mean? Everybody is now looking for leadership, but the leadership is supposed to be found in the mirror. And in order to do that, you got to be healthy, willing, and able. The will and enable is the mental part of your health. Like if you ain't mentally healthy, you're not healthy either. So it's one thing to be physically fit, you know what I mean? But it's another thing to be mentally and emotionally fit, because you got to be taking care of yourself. There's a lot of people that's getting the outside all the way right and the inside is decaying. There's a saying out of this movie, gold and jade on the outside, rotten decay on the inside, right? One of them Chinese movies. It's the story of the empire. It's the story of how everything looked good. Like even America, like look how it looked to everybody on the outside for so long, and now everybody see the evil of the empire, and it's exposed. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, like Babylon's drawers is showing. Like, you know, it's terrible. You know, and we gotta live in the middle of it, but we've been living in the middle of it, so you can't let that affect your mental health. You know now. Now you should be glad to know that there's people that are aware of your struggle on a global level, that like, oh, I just had to change the scenery. I'm sorry. It's just too beautiful for me not to want to do this. So, look, I got a kid in college, man. I'm allowed to make an old man noise every once in a while. Don't mind my noise. But yeah. Just know, like, this is for you to realize your purpose. This is for you to realize your calling. So you got to take everything not as you got to learn how to be still. You know what I mean? You can't just be emotional and caught up in every moment and day to day, up and down with every bit of news you get. No, the news, once you're informed and once you're aware, you seek out why it's like this. And once you understand the roots and nature of white supremacy and how it operates in the world, and you decide to either continue to participating and serving that system, or you decide to be against that system, then you start having to change the way you function. And part of it is living better, but it's also living healthier, like being good to yourself, like loving yourself again, because you finally realize you've really been thoroughly taught to hate yourself. You've been taught to hate yourself, to distrust your own people, to distrust people that look like you, people that poor people that are like us, we distrustful of each other because we don't realize our common bonds. So you know what I mean? There's a lot of us that we get caught up in ego, because ego is a survival mechanism. Like that's all we got to clutch on, all we got to go on, just looking good and hoping other people think we look good, really. Having other people validate us and having our whole sense of love being based on the approval of others. And you know that ain't no way to live, because you die that way, because you never even get to be yourself. And if you don't get to be yourself, you dead. So this is really your chance to be reborn. This is your chance to be born into who you really know you should be once you say, man, fuck this system, man. I ain't trying to please and appease this shit no more. I ain't trying to appease fucking wickedness. I'm gonna be my honorable motherfucking self. I'm gonna be my divine self. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Divine Self. He coming home in a few days. I can't wait to see my brother. Yeah, so, and yeah, look after your family, man. I mean, I always feel remiss because I feel like I can't take care of everybody I care about and love, you know? But just make sure you do as much as you can, man, for those that matter to you. And even for those that you don't even know well enough to know if they should matter. Just look out for everyone. You know what I mean? The poor and the fatherless, the sick and the destitute, the needy, the ones that's less healthy than you. Don't just preach to them. Show them how to get healthy. Cook for them. Show them something. Take them somewhere. You know? Show them that the EBT card work at Trader Joe's too, you know? Because it do. You can get some nice... Anyway. Take care of your people, man, and treat yourself with love, and treat your body with love, and do things like this for yourself, because this is therapy. You know what I mean? Because I'm damn sure I'm about to sit still after I get done with this video for a minute, as you should. Take care, family. Peace.